Picture this. Little Chloe's stuck in a creepy old house with her pops, Henry. Mom's been gone for ages, and the poor kid's never even seen the light of day except through a hole in the wall where she spies on the ice cream truck like it's a Hollywood star. Honey, with that vitamin D deficiency, you'd probably melt faster than your popsicle dreams. But let me tell you, this place ain't your typical suburban paradise. Nope. Outside Chloe's crib, it's like the Twilight Zone meets a glitchy video game. Birds frozen mid-flight, lights flickering like disco lights at a broken party, and an atmosphere thicker than Grandma's gravy. Now, Henry's as protective as a mama bear with her cubs. He goes nuclear anytime Chloe even thinks about taking a peek outside. Tells her there's boogeymen out there waiting to pounce, the same ones who did in her mom. Boogeymen took your wife, huh? Maybe they just couldn't handle your beard anymore, buddy. But hey, dude's got a backup plan. He's made a deal with the Reeds next door. They'll babysit Chloe if Henry bites the dust. Talk about outsourcing your parenting duties. So, one day they're playing poker, and Henry's eyes start leaking like a busted faucet. Gross, right? Later that night, Chloe's chilling in bed when she hears a racket coming from her closet. Opens it up, and boom! Ghost lady screaming like she just saw a spider. Chloe joins in on the screaming, 'cause why not? Then, like a boss, she scribbles "Go away, ghost" on the wall, like she's casting a spell, and poof, ghost gone, just like that. Girl, your artistic skills are more terrifying than any haunting. Next morning, Chloe's glued to the window, spying on Harper, the Reed's kid. As she snags some ice cream, she whispers for Harper to hook her up, but before you know it, there's a knock at the door. Chloe answers, and lo and behold, it's Harper with an ice cream cone in hand. But hold up, Harper knows Chloe's name, even though they've never had a meet and greet. Cue the X-Files music. Henry's flipping his lid, thinking Chloe's been pulling a Houdini on him. But she swears up and down she's been housebound her whole life. Henry's not buying it though, and tosses her in the closet like it's Time Out Central. Sticking your kid in the same closet as a ghost? Seriously, man, your logic is more twisted than a pretzel dipped in ketchup. Morning rolls around, and Henry's doing the whole sorry, not sorry routine. Chloe's still got her grump face on, demanding an ice cream fix. Henry caves and promises her a cone if she keeps her tush indoors. Then off he goes to the store, but wouldn't you know it, he comes back looking like he wrestled a grizzly bear, and no ice cream in sight. Dude, you're about as reliable as a politician on a hot dog stand diet. Chloe's ready to chew him out when she hears the sweet melody of the ice cream truck. She's not messing around this time. Grabs a Benji from the stash and bolts outside faster than you can say, brain freeze. So picture this wild ride. Chloe's chillin' in this ancient truck, eyeing her free cone like it's the golden ticket. The driver's all, let's hit the park. And she's like, ice cream or sketchy ride with a stranger? Tough call, right? But curiosity gets the best of her, and off they zoom into the great unknown. Offering free ice cream and a joyride to a random kid? Dude, your marketing strategy is more questionable than a gas station sushi bar. Now, Chloe's got her peepers wide open, taking in the sights like a tourist on steroids. She spots this billboard with a dude straight out of a horror flick, eyes gushing like Niagara Falls. Below it, a PSA. Call 911 if you see this mess. Chloe, being the detective she is, points out that the guy's eyes bleed like her pops. Talk about a family trait. Then, Gramps over here starts playing 20 questions, asking if Chloe's ever had a bloodbath of her own. Dude, you're creepier than a clown college reunion. Maybe stick to handing out ice cream, weirdo. Chloe replies, nah, dude, I bleed ketchup. But then it gets weirder. He starts swinging her like he's training for the Olympic discus. Chloe's all, whoa, Grandpa, chill. But he's dead set on unlocking her inner Hulk. Thankfully, Officer Buzzkill arrives and puts the kibosh on Grandpa's playground antics. But here's the kicker. Grandpa claims he's Chloe's long-lost kin, but she's all, nah, I know my family tree, and you ain't on it. Then he tries pulling a Jedi mind trick, telling her the cop's one of the baddies who offed her mom. Cue Chloe's meltdown mode. She's yelling like a rock star on tour, and bam, Officer vanishes into thin air. So, turns out Chloe's got more tricks up her sleeve than a magician at a birthday party. Telepathy, mind control. She's like the X-Men rolled into one sassy 7-year-old. Grandpa finally gets the memo and whisks her back home, spilling tea about her long-lost mama, Mary, along the way. Before they part ways, he slips her some magic powder like he's a sketchy street vendor. Dude's trying to win Worst Grandpa Ever award. His master plan? Drug Dad when the ice cream truck jingles, so Chloe can escape to the park. Sounds fishy, but Chloe's all in. Anything for a chance to stretch her legs outside the old haunted mansion. Fast forward to the showdown with Dad. He's all grumpy cat, accusing Chloe of spinning tall tales about killer neighbors. She's not having it though. She's got sass for days, laying down the law like Judge Judy on caffeine. Night falls, and Chloe's playing detective again, gazing at a pic of her MIA mama. Suddenly, the closet's rattling like it's auditioning for a horror movie. Chloe ain't scared though. She marches in like she's storming the castle and comes face to face with the ghost from her closet nightmares. Plot twist. It's Mama Bear herself, Mary. But here's where things get trippy. Mama Dearest thinks Chloe's a mirage, a figment of her imagination. Chloe's like, "Whoa, Mom, I'm realer than reality TV." Turns out she's got telepathic powers on lockdown. She's the Wi-Fi hotspot of the paranormal world. Morning comes, and Dad's snoring away while the news blares. Chloe tunes in like she's waiting for the latest gossip. Lo and behold, she uncovers the truth. They're the freaks, the X-Men wannabes, the Avengers of Suburbia. With great power comes a ton of explaining to do. All right, buckle up for this wild tale. 10 years back, some freak decided to turn Dallas into their personal playground. And let's just say it wasn't a picnic. The government, not ones to snooze through a party, set up this ADF crew. Basically the Avengers, but with less spandex and more paperwork. Their job? Wrangling up these freaks and shipping them off to Mount Maddock, the underground freak fortress. Cut to Chloe. She's dreaming of a life with the Reeds clan, hoping they'll adopt her and give her the whole white picket fence deal. Normalcy? Sign her up. But life's about as predictable as a cat on a unicycle. She's chilling with her paper toys, daydreaming about being besties with Harper, when suddenly, bam, Harper's in her room, losing her cool faster than ice cream on a summer day. Harper's pals join in on the fun, roasting Chloe like she's a marshmallow at a bonfire. Poor kid's bawling her eyes out, and when she finally opens them, poof, Harper's gone. And in steps Mama Mary straight out of the closet. At first, Mama's all, "You're a figment of my imagination." But then it hits her. Chloe's got telepathic mojo, and it's the real deal. But here's where things get juicier than a ripe watermelon at a fruit stand. Mama Mary's not just any soccer mom. Turns out she's a freak too, locked up tighter than a squirrel's stash on Mount Maddock. And just like that, she's gone in a blink. Next morning, Chloe's spilling the tea to Henry about her ghostly visit, but he's not buying it. Desperate times call for desperate measures, so Chloe's thinking, time to pull a fast one. She tries to knock out dear old Dad with some sneaky powder, but he's onto her like a hawk on a mouse. Enter Grandpa Allen, stage left, with a plan smoother than a fresh jar of peanut butter. He spills the beans about Mama Mary's freaky status and how they're gonna bust her out of Mount Maddock. But first, they gotta convince ADF's finest, Agent Ray. They roll up to Agent Ray's place, spinning a yarn about being a holy roller and his telepathic sidekick. Ray's playing Sherlock, checking for signs of freakiness under Chloe's peepers. Spoiler alert, she ain't having it, throwing shade like a pro. Ray's about to dial up the freak patrol when Alan pulls a disappearing axe straight out of Hogwarts. Turns out Grandpa's got his own bag of tricks, invisibility cloak not included. And just like that, they're off on a freaky adventure to save Mama Mary from the clutches of Mount Maddock. So, Alan's been pulling a Houdini with some hydrogen peroxide, scrubbing away those incriminating bloodstains under his eyes like a pro. Chloe's all, "Take me home, dude." But Alan's got bigger plans. He wants to turn Chloe into a superhero so they can bust her mom out of lockup. Talk about aiming high. But hold onto your hats, 'cause here comes Papa Bear Henry, swooping in like a superhero himself, snatching Alan and his truck faster than you can say, abracadabra. Back at the homestead, Henry's got Alan tied to a chair, ready to spill the beans. Turns out, Henry's been hiding a superpower of his own. He's the Time Lord of their humble abode, slowing down the clock like a boss. In a plot twist that could give Hollywood a run for its money, Henry reveals they've been stuck in a time warp for 7 years, while the rest of the world's been chilling in the present. Talk about a staycation gone wild. Deciding it's high time to set Chloe free, Henry whisks her off to the Reeds, hoping they'll take her off his hands. But when Nancy catches wind that Chloe's packing some supernatural mojo, she's out of there faster than a squirrel in a dog park. Talk about a party pooper. Back at Casa de Henry, Chloe's eyes start leaking like a busted faucet, sending old Henry into a panic. He's all, "Time to lock you up, kiddo." But Chloe's got other plans. She's ready to spill the beans about her ghostly closet chats with Mama Mary. Meanwhile, Nancy's stirring up trouble, calling the cops like it's her personal hotline to drama. Chloe taps into her psychic hotline and gets a front row seat to Nancy's betrayal. Things go from zero to chaos real quick. Nancy gets a one-way ticket to Freakville. Population, her. In the midst of all this mayhem, the Reeds get pinched by the ADF, thinking they're all card-carrying freaks. Henry's ready to read Chloe the riot act for her role in the Nancy debacle, but Alan's in her corner, ready to rumble. Chloe's had enough of the drama. She bolts to her room faster than a cheetah on espresso. But just when things couldn't get any crazier, she gets a mind-blowing vision of Mama Mary in the hot seat. Henry and Alan crash the party, but it's Henry's turn for a reality check. Mary's days are numbered, and he's not about to sit back and watch. In a fit of desperation, Henry pulls out the big guns. Or rather, the big bullets. But reality bites back. Turns out, you can't shoot your way out of a psychic illusion. Alright folks, grab your tissues cause we're diving into the emotional roller coaster of Chloe's wild ride. So, there they are, saying their tearful goodbyes to Mama Mary, when Chloe decides to go full Jedi mind trick on the doc, making him punch his own ticket. Talk about a killer move. Then she goes all ninja on the other guard's noggin, freeing Mama Bear from her cage. But hold the phone. In walks Agent Ray, ready to crash their party like the fun police. Quick thinking. Henry freezes time faster than you can say freeze frame, and throws on his best realtor disguise. Alan's on cleanup duty, scrubbing away those pesky bloodstains like a champ. Agent Ray's sniffing around like a bloodhound, but Henry's clean as a whistle, or at least his face is. Turns out, Ray's onto Henry like white on rice, but they shoot the breeze like old pals. Meanwhile, Chloe's playing superhero, busting Mama Mary out of jail faster than you can say Avengers Assemble. But before Alan can lend a hand, Ray goes all Wild West and shoots him down like a duck in a shooting gallery. Alan pulls a vanishing act, leaving Ray with nothing but air to shoot at. Ray then goes upstairs, where Chloe's is trying to save Mama Mary. Ray shoots at Mary, but Alan swoops in like Batman, taking one for the team and buying Chloe time to work her magic. With a flick of her mental switch, Chloe turns Ray's gun on herself, ending the showdown with a bang. Then she shares one last heart-to-heart with her ghostly grandpa before the curtains close. But wait, there's more. Outside, it's a full-on police parade, and Chloe's the guest of honor. With a wave of her hand, she turns the guards into their own worst enemies, clearing a path for Mama Mary to spread her wings and fly. But all that psychic heavy lifting takes its toll. Chloe collapses faster than a Jenga tower, leaving Henry to play hero one last time. He slows down a missile like it's a stroll in the park, but the house ain't so lucky. Kaboom! When Chloe comes to, Henry's dropping truth bombs faster than a rapper spits rhymes, bidding her farewell with a tear in his eye. But just when things couldn't get any bleaker, here come the ADF goons, guns blazing like it's the Wild West. But hold on to your hats, folks. Mama Mary swoops in like a guardian angel, saving Chloe from the firing squad. Cue the tearful reunion as mother and daughter lock eyes for the first time, ready to take on the world together. And with that, they soar off into the sunset, leaving behind a trail of broken hearts and burnt-out houses. As they flew off, Chloe grinned at Mama Mary. Guess we can cross evading the law off our bucket list, huh?